What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good, fam? What's good, fam? It's a Sunday. As you guys already know, from here, I'm here to hit you guys with what the pre-market analysis, right? It's rather unfortunate, that some of the markets are already open, right? But I'm still gonna, be giving you guys what I'm expecting, for the week, on the pairs that are trade, the three pairs which are what gold, USD JPY and GBP JPY, right? Yeah, I'll be sharing my chat with you guys, my screen with you guys in a minute. But yes, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, so that anytime I post a new video, you get updated, and let's help grow the channel, right? Let's get into the video. Let me know what you guys with time. Let's get into the chat. This is my screen on GBP JPY, right? You guys can see that. Whoa, I have my zones outlined, and the market just opened just down at this point. You can see the market just opened at this point, and I have my zones, I have it outlined and everything, right? With GBP so what I'm expecting, right, in the coming weeks. Sorry guys, in the coming days, right? Market open and everything. If you are able to get a pullback to this zone, right? You're able to sell to the downside. If you get a confirmation, something that's going to make sense for me to sell at this point, right? So yes, guys, that's what I'm anticipating now. A pullback to this area of interest, this zone, right? But if not, right, let me show you guys something. We have this zone, right? This area of interest also present at this point, right? Also have it here. Drag it real quick, right? So you guys can get the picture now, right? A break of it, right? A break of it, and a pullback to the area. A pullback to the area of interest, and we sell to the downside, right? Yes, so that's what I'm expecting. GBP JPY. If not, right? If not, if GBP JPY is planning on giving us some different moves, which we are kind of like open to, right? We're not kind of like lying just on one stuff, right? Which is what is going to be a pull back and a break of this zone and a break of this previous high, and a retest to this area of interest, and we buy to the upside, right? We buy to the upside. That's what we're looking on with GBP JPY. Let's move on to our little boy, our next boy, UJ. You can see what UJ just opened, right? And guys, I might be getting in on UJ, if I get what I'm anticipating, what I'm looking for, which is if I get a move into this zone, and the area of interest to kind of like make it an M pattern, which is kind of like not complete because of the gap, right? We get a pullback to this area of interest, right? And it makes sense. We'll be short in to this zone, right? Because that's what our daily 61.8 Fibonacci level. All right, let me show you guys real quick. Let me show you guys real quick. All right, let me show you guys real quick. So when I draw my Fibonacci, I hope you guys can see. When I draw my Fibonacci from this point, right, to this point, you can see the 61.8 is where we have this zone, right? Where we have this zone, that's where the 61.8 is present, right? So that's where maybe I'll be selling to, right, for us to kind of like get an opportunity to place a trade at that spot too. And I'm not guaranteeing a trade, but yeah, if we do get an opportunity, yeah, we are jumping in. So right, expecting a pullback to this area of interest and a sell to the downside, or if not, right, if not, we get a break to the upside. We break the previous high, which was this, right, and then pull back to this area of interest. We back to the upside, guys. So that's what I'm anticipating with UJ. And with gold, guys, with gold, I'm not kind of like interested. With gold for now, because you guys can see gold has been ranging for a minute, right? It has been ranging. You can see clearly on the 4 hour, but we have this nice trend line, right? And we have this kind of like something I'll call a mini breakout, but having this rejection, right? You might kind of see price going up. Right? But I'm not kind of like anticipating or predicting anything here with GBBJ because it's in, so sorry with XAU USD, which is good because it is in what the consolidation phase. So I'm going to wait for it to do its thing, right? So yes, guys, with gold, let's just see how it kind of like breaks out of this, two zones, and let's just see what we can anticipate. Yeah. I. There you had it. There you had it. There you had it. What I'm kind of like not anticipating with some trade. You can see I'm already kind of like going in with some like already hash trades, which is with UJ. If I get what I want, why not? I'm jumping in, right? So that's why I just want to kind of like share with you guys, my insights, what I'm kind of like expecting to see, right? Hopefully, we kind of like it plays out when we're kind of like expecting. If it does not, then it's still the markets, guys. It's still the markets. You still have a chance to make analysis, right? So yes, guys, this is what the pre-market analysis I just brought to you, officially brought to you by Big FX. You ain't gonna get this nowhere. Hit the subscribe button, like this up, right? If you found this video helpful, like this up, and yeah, if you have anything you want to share, anything you want to say, the comment section is all yours. I really appreciate you guys, your love, your support, and yeah, I'll always be providing for you guys. It's been love since day one. Peace out. Peace out.